client was like, oh, that Willie's shit, that's some good shit. She said, I literally went and sat on the front porch for 4 hours.
Oh
She
my
said,
God. I can't afford to do
She
that.
said it was like vivid imagery. I'm like, oh.
The colors were so
No,
loud.
I could hear grass growing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she, as an 80-year-old,
Yeah.
she loved it.
She got nothing to lose.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
piss me. What do you I
She
care?
said, if I
Yeah.
get a little extra money, I'm going to get you some. I was like, please do.
I saw where Brantley Gilbert teamed up with, I can't think of the guy's name. He's passed away, but they have a non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
I always did the non-alcoholic Bush.
Right.
Okay.
Bush
And
has
they-
a
yeah.
non-alcoholic.
Apparently, Brantley Gilbert quit drinking and got involved in this distillery and wanted to give people trying to quit alcohol a viable option. I've
cool,
never had
man.
it, so I'm not.
Well, I'm excited because I've lost a little bit of my belly fat, and I haven't seen my abs in like 12 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
And they're like starting to come out, and I'm like, oh wow, look at there. I don't have any handles on my love over here anymore. Right? So
yeah.
that helps out a lot.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I sound nasally, my
Me too.
allergies are
Yeah.
whooping.
Have you seen my
butt.
car? It's solid yellow.
And you would think with the rain
So is my
that
snot.
it would have washed it all out.
You would think so.
All right.
Hey, y'all. Welcome into Leesville Tattoos and Views Coffee and Community this morning.
We'd be here early.
We'll be here really early.
Yeah.
Lee actually has
Mary
the,
can't hear.
Mary can't hear. Of course, Mary can't hear.
Sorry, I got here late.
But we can all hear Mary, even if you don't have headphones. I think that's me. You're messing with mine.
Okay, I'm in.
Are you?
Mary's good.
Yep, perfect.
Mary's hot.
Everyone in?
Yes.
And she can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you notice, Lee put the
That's
brick
cool.
curtain over the brick knot curtain over the window because,
It was so bright.
oh my goodness, it was
How did
brutal.
you find curtains that match your brick on the inside of your
Yeah.
shop? That is so cool.
I went to this trap house. I'm joking. No, when I got here,
It's like you took a picture and you sent it over to China and you're like, hey, make me some of these curtains.
without the lights on and nothing blocking the sun, we would have just been like silhouettes.
Oh,
you wouldn't have been
wow.
able to see face, hair, clothes, nothing. It
Which
was
in my case works great.
It's like Newtown. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So on our first podcast and episode 1 of coffee and community, or community and coffee, however you want to say that. Now, we're not drinking community coffee.
No, we're not.
No.
That's okay, because you know what? I've had some bad situations with community reps over the time of actually.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
At the business?
Different restaurants and stuff. They're
Not
different.
nice to deal with.
They kind of like they're kind of like the mafia. Like, they don't want you using anything else, and like if you make them mad,
it's a cult.
it is. They come jerk their stuff out. And,
All right.
anyway,
dare
I'm
you.
glad to have this coffee. What is that stuff called again, Cody?
It's called Bustelo.
Bustelo. I didn't know how to say it. I was trying to ask Cody, like, what's that crap in the yellow can? Because that stuff is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll grow some hair on your ears.
It is. It's awesome, man. I love coffee, and that's why I'm talking so fast. So y'all have to shut me up.
A little dabble do you.
Oh, no, man. Take off with it.
And I didn't even have any pre-workout today, so
Oh, too
Yeah.
early for that.
and that we would have been in trouble if I would have been like
We would have to strap
vibrating.
you down.
Like Green Lantern over here.
What is everybody normally doing at this time of the morning?
Well,
It's,
I'll let everybody else go because I can tell you.
Yeah, it's 9:13 in the a.m. I am normally making my first stop in town, which is usually the post office or one of the box stores. If I don't have any supplies to buy for the shop or any running to do, I'll come up here and do emails, text messages. But lately, it's just been doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
They told me I need surgery on my hand, so I went to an orthopedic yesterday that did surgery, and they said, nope, we won't touch you until we get a referral because insurance won't pay 2 places at once to treat you. And I was like, they don't do surgery, but it's getting worse. I have like no muscle structure left on my forearm. It's just all like raw bone pretty much everywhere. And My fingers are doing funny stuff, and I went to the doctor this morning to let him know, hey, I need a referral. Something's going on, and they were like, yeah, there might be something else going on because we didn't do an MRI or CT, and I was like,
what else could be?
Why not
going on? Like what?
Who knows?
It's separating though.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
coming
tendons are coming
farther
off the
away.
I don't know. The head that I snapped off, that bone's migrating away from the break. So,
Oh my God.
It swells, turns different colors, and I'm just caught in this bureaucratic paperwork insurance nightmare of.
Nobody wants
That's
to
how we're
put
all
their
gonna die.
name on
That's why they call
yeah.
it practicing medicine.
That's why we're all going to die this
Well,
way.
pretty soon they're going to tell you if you want to get seen, you have to have a CBDC.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down
Where's
to.
your
so-
digital ID?
Yeah.
Well, even I mean, with your story, there's things that like I've worked in the medical field, but I didn't know. Like,
well, I'm going to come to you for surgery.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Magnolia Lane Beauty
I'm
Parlor
telling you,
and
hey,
surgery
We can
center.
hook that up. Get some Willie Nelson tonic water.
There you go.
I mean, my clients say it's great.
Drink 6 of them and do what you got to do.
So Mary, what are
Yeah.
you normally doing?
Let's see.
So depressed
What is
about
it?
hearing about Lee's arm, man. I hate that for you, bro.
It
I
is
know.
what it is.
Let's see. Rushing to work. No. No, usually heading into work, getting everything turned on, getting ready for the day.
That's me because so the kids have to be so they don't go to school all the time. We pay for them to go to school, but the school board decided they don't want to have school on Mondays. So we have kids that we have to
You have
not send to school,
employees,
but we still have homework.
Yeah.
We still
Nice.
have homework. We
Yeah.
still have to go to work. So getting them motivated and ready on Tuesday, which is now the new Monday, is like herding cats. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing from 5 o'clock in the morning until we drop them off 7:20. So herding
I
cats.
feel that
Alrighty.
because my schedule usually I work Saturdays. I know a lot of stylists don't, but that's a big day for me.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so.
And I mean, a lot of people can't take off, so that's the day that everybody books.
I saw somebody on Entrance Road, a lady that has like a little barber shop, and she does Sundays.
Oh yeah.
The parking lot.
Hey, I've
is
thought about
full.
it. You
Like,
know,
you can't get in the
Yeah.
parking lot. There's
Yeah.
so many
Wow.
dudes in there trying to get a haircut on Sunday
Right.
because they're jacked up on
Yeah.
the rest of the week.
yeah.
But on Sunday, she's hand over
Yeah,
fist.
yeah, smart.
That's crazy.
Smart
Yeah.
businesswoman. But yeah, so like Sunday and Mondays were my day off, but now the Monday's been taken away. Just because like
Right.
now that the kids are out of school on Mondays, that's usually Taylor dentist appointment yesterday. So
Right.
my day off is I'm a chauffeur.
Shuttle.
Yeah. It's
Chauffeur,
it's
secretary,
not a day off.
supply
Yeah.
officer, name it.
Uber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Cody, what about you? What are you normally doing?
Normally at this time of the morning, I am answering texts. I am answering emails. I am stomping fires. Some days I'm just going to bed, catching a couple of hours of sleep, and then I'm up and at 'em.
Ouch.
I'm actually in the middle of a few recording projects right now, so I have some very late nights ahead of me. And so sometimes if I'm up that late, I'll be working on a few hours sleep and then trying to wrap up a project.
Wow, man, I had no idea.
Ouchie.
Yeah, it's normally something like that. And then occasionally I'll be downloading QR codes.
Hey, I like that
So,
idea.
Well, technology makes it a lot more convenient. They can fly the music and tracks to you instead of you having to fly to the music and tracks.
Oh yeah, it's real convenient. They just send them anytime they want now.
3:15 in the morning.
Yeah, it used to be different.
I had a message come in the day before I had to take my mom for surgery, and I didn't go to bed that night till like 1 o'clock. Your mind's just going. You're worried about stuff. I had a message at 4:38 a.m. From someone. I don't know how they got my number, but they wanted to come in for a color consultation.
Good Lord.
And I
Maybe they
literally
work nights.
was like, "What are you doing?"
That would have been a
thinking about
$400
your
charge just
hair?
for the time they sent it.
Maybe they work nights.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of all the reasons why.
So, have y'all been following social media? what's going on in social media? The
Like-
Bibi Netanyahu dying, not dying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes.
All the AI videos of his 6 fingers and his wedding ring appearing
Well, and the
and
coffee
disappearing.
shop one was a little strange to me. I mean,
Somebody created the same coffee shop
Yes, I
that's
saw that.
closed due to the war with the Iranian Ayatollah drinking coffee, with Donald Trump drinking coffee, with the Ayatollah pulling the mask off, and it's Tom Cruise.
this is
Kim
where
Jong-un.
AI does not benefit us in any
It
manner.
looks so good, man. They did so good.
Yeah.
And AI is getting scary.
I was sitting there watching this stuff last night, and it dawned on me that this is the first social media war. So
Yeah.
this is being fought online as much as it is on the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
used
I mean,
to-
they're always posting about what they're going to do.
Yeah, well,
Well, the propaganda in World War II was immense.
oh yeah, yeah.
I was about to say, it's just
propaganda.
moved from your public
Like venues.
venues to an online platform. That way the
platform.
world can
And
see it.
people-
Move so fast.
Individuals, not combatants. You know, Tucker Carlson is supposedly under investigation for
Oh my
his
God.
tweets.
Laura
and-
Loomer has got
You
a
know,
hard on for him so
But
bad.
it's
So,
like
she's
you
such an
can't
evil
say
bitch.
anything.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
I hate
He
Laura
said,
Loomer.
yeah.
Well, there's a guy on TikTok.
Larry's gonna come get you.
Come on, Larry Ellison.
There was a guy on
Better
TikTok
bring David.
that was showing targets to Iran in Israel, going, "Hey, if y'all hit the power structure, this target here controls electricity to this place. This target here is electric.
you've-
This is a petrol plant.
You've got outsiders plotting.
This isn't on the satellite, but this is what it looks like. You ought to hit this." And this is a guy in the United States.
Yeah.
And so
He's
whether
developing strike packages
Yeah.
for Iran.
That's what I'm
is.
saying. He's plotting.
lat long, aerial view, satellite view.
So did he get arrested?
Well, does that fall under free speech?
I mean, I think it does.
But maybe not.
I mean,
You
it
know?
just depends because we don't really have free speech.
So
in the last 10
I think
years of
all
our
of us
social media, we
saw
haven't had free speech.
in which honestly, I'll be honest with you, I had conflicting views. The Marine that got his arm broke,
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Tim Shealy
Horrible.
had, assisted.
That
He
guy-
was de-escalating.
Yeah, de-escalating. Pull him harder. Like,
Yeah, you can't do nothing with a broke
Yeah.
arm.
The backstory on that dude, that Navy SEAL.
yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I
He has no respect from any of the guys that served
definitely
with him.
did a deep dive on all because you hear the names, but we just kind of know what the news tells you or whatever.
Right.
But upon further research, yeah, it's just kind of a very aggressive man.
Yeah. Only aggressive when he knows he's going to win.
Yeah.
And towards women.
yeah, I noticed
Yeah.
that too. Very, I don't know.
Don't worry, they investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing.
Yeah.
That's so nice when they do that.
I love spending
But I did a
money
little
on stuff
research
like that.
on, the Marine too, because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't like that, you can't say anything.
Speaking.
I mean, I do believe that if you have a voice, I didn't see him being ugly or
No, he just stood up and started.
screaming or how
Voicing his
people can be.
opinion,
Yeah. So the aggression that was used to take him down, that was a little
But that's
too much.
law enforcement.
Yeah.
The cops jumping on that dude like as soon as he stood up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
mean, they
he
were
literally
on go.
stood and
And the police
dropped the
just
I word.
Yeah, when he said Israel,
Boom.
Man,
I mean, how
the-
dare you?
the Goyim guards were on
Yeah.
him
On him
like,
quick.
oh man.
So
My husband come home this morning and sat in the recliner, and normally he don't really say much about politics or anything, but I was putting on my makeup and he said, "Who do you think killed Charlie?" And I'm like, that's such a long conversation,
Yeah.
Troy.
We don't have enough days left.
Yeah. but he was like, "Well, condense it," and I said, it was set up.
yeah, it's definitely an inside job.
There's too many questions at this point
Yeah.
to look any other way.
Yeah. The weapon used, the projectile, the everything just doesn't make any sense. Kind of like this war that we're supposedly not in, but we're in.
But we're in.
But we're not in a war. We're in a, I don't know what.
Well, the lack of planning
Oh, man.
You know, and I was in a
Strategies.
conversation. Somebody
This is
said, "Well,
insane.
you don't know. You know, he's playing 4D chess." Well, just because you're playing 4D chess doesn't mean you're good at it. If
That dude
the,
thought he was playing 4D chess.
if the Straits of
With little
Hormuz are so vital, you know, a couple of days ago, our leadership was telling us we don't need anybody. We don't care if the allies help us or not. And then all of a sudden
They get their balls kicked in.
we're asking allies to help us
China and Russia.
get ships through the Hormuz so the
I
energy
heard
price
that this
doesn't
morning,
go down.
and they're looking at, you know, they're looking at them like, why aren't y'all helping us?
Yeah.
Dude,
After we just told them what wankers they are for not
no,
giving us
you
Greenland.
can't boss people around that way and then ask for help later. That
There's some men that would pay you to do that.
Look, there was a major
in some
rut row.
platforms, yeah.
Yeah, it was a major rut row moment with this because,
Ruh-roh.
well,
All right, Scooby.
That's
China,
almost what it's like.
China and Russia both went to Iran and said, "What'll it cost us for you to not
Yeah.
target our ships?" And they
So
went,
we'll help you.
nothing.
Yeah, we got
We just won't target your ships at all."
Yeah.
China's
And-
aiding surveillance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Iran said, if you pay us in yuan,
There you go.
we'll reopen the straits and we'll be off the
Which the
petrodollar.
petrodollar would die.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why we
Which
went
I
after
mean-
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh, Scrooby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrooby's about to get to humping.
I mean, I
how
just
much money
wonder-
have we spent in 10 days?
Who's playing
Oh.
4D chess and who's playing with
Ridiculous.
40 chests?
Yeah.
1 billion
Well,
with a
and
B
that's what
estimated today.
that's how Iran wins, right? They
Oh, yeah, war of
drive
attrition.
oil price
Yeah.
up to $200 a barrel.
Yeah,
Well, and
China and Russia is going to have oil.
I don't know
Doesn't matter.
if y'all saw this,
You're going to have gas,
but it just
infrastructure.
didn't age well back, you know, when Trump and Vance were, you know, doing their campaign. Vance literally was like, no wars.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
No.
Oh, that's
Trump
why we
And
elected
so I
him.
watched the video the other day, and I was like, "Oh man, that really did not age well at all."
That age like
you know?
milk. Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as you start dropping bombs,
you know,
doesn't age well.
they were supposed to. I mean, I know a lot of people are like MAGA, make America great again, but
Make Israel great again.
You know, yes,
But there's not much of Israel
the
left to make it great
American
again
people
anymore.
are suffering. I mean, I was doing a little math the other day because a video kind of piqued my interest about the typical the minimum wage here, and I think I'd sent that to y'all. Scott Bessent, you know,
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't think it should be raised."
I didn't know Scott Bessent was gay, which doesn't matter. But I mean, apparently he had a life and a wife and a kid and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he turned gay. I guess I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the whole backstory, but I do know he has a partner.
Yeah.
They live in like a $6.3 million beach home. Beautiful.
his partner is a judge or something.
Yeah, he was an
Big
ex-prosecutor, so
Yeah.
I think he is judge now.
judge. Yeah,
But
Lot
you
of
know, this
money
guy
there.
has
Well connected.
Very yes, and you don't live like the American people do. So when you do the math on the average American making about $2.90 a week on minimum wage, a 40-hour job, when gas peaks and that's $100 to fill up like a Toyota Camry. That's going to leave the average American, about $300 a month to pay their bills and
I
buy
didn't
groceries.
think about that yesterday when I filled up my Jeep.
Because
It was
it
like
just disgusts me
$65.
that these people. I'm like, hey, why don't y'all work for minimum wage?
Well, they couldn't do it.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. You know,
And that whole bubble in D.C., whether it's Scott Bessent or Donald Trump or name
Joe
any
Biden
of them,
or any of them.
but you know
they're in a
why
insulated-
wasn't
Miss
the
Lindsey Graham.
I just feel like the American people were absolutely taken out of the equation and what was best for them.
We always
you
are.
know,
What was best for Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
always
think
are.
that worked out like they wanted it to.
No, and you know, when they were
They're having
campaigning,
these repercussions now that I'm like, did you not think it was not going to happen?
Yeah,
Like,
you brought up the campaign. Everything that they ran on, that whole administration, it came to a 180.
Yes,
You know, look at all the deportations. The whole thing in Minnesota,
gone.
with that.
so that's moved to Ohio now.
You know, when they voted not to reveal the money they pay out for sexual assaults of Congress,
Yep,
Ilhan
gone.
Omar, that was written in that bill. She's safe. The system protects itself.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about any of us.
Yeah, the pedo rings and
the pedivores are still active and
the people
running.
in Congress and Senate that were molesting children and killing children and eating children.
Oh yeah.
I mean, nobody's talking about that anymore. I mean, that should be game over number one.
Number one.
Dude's got I'm going to find his video, but he's got a video. And it's like straight up.
Yeah.
Kill the pedos.
You know, circling back to that whole thing about them blaming Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly and, you know, they're coming back. Well,
Thank you, Tucker.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
All of
they're
them
coming
vindicated.
back to him going, look, they're anti-Semite. They're saying they're against it.
Because they ask questions.
As if your genocide had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
No, let's don't talk. They don't never want to talk about that.
Yeah. The fact that you just exterminated a whole bunch of people, but it's Tucker Carlson that's causing it.
And then you're rebuilding this elaborate city on a graveyard.
Resort.
You know, can you imagine someone coming up and being like, I'm going to the Gaza resort?
Yeah. I'm going to honeymoon.
That would literally make me throw up.
Well, here in about a week, you'll be able to skip on over there from Cuba.
Yeah.
Our latest territory.
Cuba is
horrible.
in a horrible, horrible bind right now. Their power grid.
We're doing that.
Oh, they're not in a horrible bind. They're about to be rescued.
True.
Yeah, we're going to go.
It's like the zombie apocalypse.
You say that all the time. You know, you create the infection per se, and they have the cure.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. We're going to give you an injection.
That's why I don't think that people, normies, people that are just going to work and watching foosball and bringing little Johnny to karate practice, they don't really understand the gravity of any of this because 90% of the population does not get involved in geopolitics.
But that's the way they want it.
Much less politics.
Yeah.
So when they do decide that they've had enough of America and they kick us in the teeth and we're all sitting here wondering, why did they do that to us? We're such a nice people and we're helping everybody.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
We're not nice people and we are hurting and killing and maiming and destroying everything else.
Individually and as a community, the American people are very caring, very giving.
Oh, yeah.
But they're exhausted, they're broke, they're unhealthy, they're worn out, they're tired. But what our government does overseas, and, you know, Cody and I living overseas as kids, we got to see firsthand, you know, like what they're showing us on TV is not the reality on the ground. But the empire is crumbling. It is collapsing. You know, we don't have money for infrastructure. We don't have money for education. We don't have money for healthcare. But we have how many billions of dollars to spend bombing Iran? And, you know,
and for Pete Hegseth to go on a $1 billion spending spree with my tax, your tax, everyone in this town's tax dollars.
And that's
like
every
so wild.
department in the government. Like they just focused on Pete Hegseth because of the amount. But
right.
every government department,
everybody's
they get a budget,
that.
and if they don't spend it up, they lose
focused
it.
on Pete because America.
Yeah, it was crazy. Trump, I heard yesterday, I think it was a radio interview, he said that they were completely surprised that Iran bombed or missile Qatar and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that they fought back.
Yeah.
Totally surprised.
They weren't supposed to do that.
They weren't supposed to do that. Weren't supposed to shoot all
and
other
that
countries.
just blows my mind that they're supposed to roll over. I'm sorry.
Who are the strategic planners of this?
Yeah.
I think we need to get some new ones.
Exactly.
Well, and then him going, come on, guys, jump on board. We got to, and they're like, no.
We're good.
They just went to Iran and went, could you not missile our ships? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Yours are safe.
Well, and I feel like
deal you were talking about just got expanded. Iran opened the Straits of Hormuz to every ship carrying oil other than America and Israel. And it's not really Iran that shut down the Straits of Hormuz. It was the city of London. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the city of London, but they told every ship shipping agency, we're not insuring you. If you want to go through there,
the Lords of London.
Yeah, you go right ahead, but you're not getting an insurance policy, not from us.
Right. And so Trump went, well, we'll send our warships with you. And they went, yeah, no, that just makes us a bigger target.
no, thank you.
No, we'll stay away from
now you're
American
floating
ships.
A target package through there.
Yeah. So they were like, no thanks.
I'm just curious who thought this through because, with every action, and especially with military actions, there is a first, second, third, fourth, fifth order of consequence that happens.
No, not anymore. We have the best weapons. Don't you know?
Well, I don't know if y'all
That's it.
saw this. Iran, what is that thing called? The Hormuz, I can't think of the name of it, but it is a hypersonic missile.
Oh, the Kinzel?
It went 18,000 miles an hour. It's a hypersonic missile. It's so fast it creates a plasma field in front of it,
Oh my
which
God.
disrupts electronics.
Dude.
So you don't see it coming, like
Well, it's a sketchy signal at best, but
Yeah.
we don't have the technology to create
But
that
I mean,
missile.
before when you pick it up, it's already there because
Right.
it's like so
Yeah,
fast.
you can't, there's no way to defend it.
So
against that.
our targeting radars have an issue because when you're targeting a missile, it's basically just geometry. But by the time it calculates where it needs to shoot the interceptors, that math has already
Yeah, it's-
changed
the
because
trajectory
it's moving
is-
so fast,
yeah.
and it's navigable. So they're not just shooting it in a straight line.
It can-
so at
It can
18,000
deviate.
miles an hour at Mach 13, whatever that is.
Take a sharp left. No.
Exactly. So this thing slammed into Israel. I don't remember what day last week.
Is that the one that killed Bibi Netanyahu and Benjamin
See,
Jabir?
and I've seen so many videos saying
Dude, they
that.
smoked those two dudes. And I think they even got the head of Mossad, which I'm not excited about.
Right. I
Really,
mean,
on the outside, I am.
Josh, you
But
don't contain it.
on the inside, I'm crying.
Well, when you can't help but take the over on the underdog.
I'm telling you,
you
man.
know. I mean, anytime you got a bully,
Well, the good thing about it, I was thinking about this the other day. As much as our politicians have been usurped and bought off, like Mike Johnson and all these guys that have taken in millions of dollars from AIPAC to give us not what America needs, but what Israel needs. It's almost like now that these big mega donors are going to have to start rebuilding and feeding the Israeli people and rebuilding
that hits
infrastructure.
their
It's going to
pocket.
take away some of the evil money that they've been injecting and taking over our politicians with. Take that away, and it's going to have to put that back into rebuilding the
I didn't
infrastructure
think
if
about
it can
that.
be saved. There's a lot of people that say there really is no way you can save what's going to be left of Israel when this is all done if they don't stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the idea that you cannot shoot video or send pictures
They're
without
arresting people.
Israeli,
5 years.
Yeah,
I
years
saw
in
a
prison.
video on TikTok. It was a guy that was making a TikTok video, and it was approached. I don't know how it got uploaded. I don't know if he sent it off before.
Dude, get a VPN.
And so it was, but he was asking him, I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds to turn that off.
Oh, they came and got one dude
I
out of
was
the
like,
shelter.
oh my.
Out of one of the bomb shelters. They came, scooped his ass up out of the shelter and was like, you posted a video 12 hours ago. You coming with us, 5 years prison.
Wow.
It's
Just
crazy.
for showing what's going on over there.
You know what? So
And the satellite
this will
feeds are
kind of
12,
link.
12 days delayed.
This will link into that, and this was here.
Okay.
That's what's scary.
All right.
I ran in ShopRite the other day just to get me a
Yep. That's
little
definitely
picker
local.
upper. And I walk in, and but when I pulled up, there was a white Ford Expedition. You know how Google has like the thing on top that rotates?
yeah.
This had
Satellite.
2 poles, and it had like little things on top of it that but they were smaller, but they rotated or whatever. And so when I walked in, like I noticed the clerks were kind of like, staring at the car.
It definitely looked odd.
Yeah, it was
Even
odd.
for the
Yeah, oh yeah. So when I get up there to
Negative
check
coordinates.
out, I just asked. I said, "What is that?" Because the guy had already been in and was kind of sitting out in front
so
of
you
the
went and
car.
talked to the dude.
No. I was checking out. I was talking to the clerks, and because he was not approachable. That was the other thing. He just
Now
was.
look, Mary, if you're going to be a honeypot, you're going to have to really get in there and get after
have
these.
to
You're
work
gonna have
on
to
it.
get in there and get after these Fed dudes, man.
But so I asked the clerks, I'm like,
Red coats.
what is that? And the woman looked at me, she said, we asked the same thing, and he is here mapping cell phone usage. And I kind of looked at her, I'm like, what? I said, you believe him? Because I was just, you don't hear that.
Oh, man.
She was like, yeah, I mean, I don't see why I'd lie about
Immediately get out the phone and start taking pictures.
it. Yeah.
That is exactly
I
what you
did
need to do.
video the car because
Yeah.
it was just like something you haven't
Just
seen on
odd.
top of a car.
I need license
Yeah.
plate numbers and maybe a picture of his face,
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
But I was just,
I'm gonna have to
that
work
was
with you, Mary.
It's here.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
that's
definitely.
here.
Yeah.
It's definitely here.
It's not
Yeah, absolutely.
2 towns over or a state over. That's here.
Well, we have flock cameras and flock systems on our local PD.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what?
The jobs that people could have if technology
Yeah.
wasn't.
well, if you weren't really trying to go after the population for, I don't know, going 5 miles over the speed limit
Yeah.
instead of doing that and actually policing
Yeah.
against crime and drugs and
Yeah. Crimes where people are actually getting hurt.
and trafficking people through
Loss of
here that are
yeah.
going to
How
different
about
places.
child traffickers?
Yeah, that would
How
be
about
nice.
pedophiles? Not
You can't tell
speeders?
me, and I know how this works, but you can't tell me, and I'm not going to believe it, that sheriff departments, sheriffs don't know exactly what's happening in their district, right, and in their place.
I'm sure some do. Some
A
don't.
lot of them do, and they all talk, and they know trade routes. They know who's moving what. They know when the banditos are pushing through some weight. They know how all this works, and they know how they get paid. And
They know
that's-
where Josh is for sure.
Yeah, they definitely know where I'm at, bro. Because I don't pull any punches. I'm not here to play the game, and I don't.
Yeah.
But-
I'm sick of the corruption, and I'm sick of our communities
And the hypocrisy.
being
Well, what's
hypocrisy, being
funny
destroyed
is
for money.
I'm not in
my
no
country.
way talking about our local, but this had happened to me one time in my divorce. It got a little ugly, and I would have to go out to pick up my kids at his house, and like I said, it got a little ugly, and so I called the sheriff's department because I didn't want to go out there by myself. As a woman by myself, I wanted to avoid what typically happens to women. And I'm not saying he would have took it that far, but it was sketchy. I just wanted someone out there. So I called our local sheriff's department, and she said, "I'm so sorry. We don't have anybody that could go out there." And I was thinking, so you will send a detective to find me? I don't know.
3 days later.
Yeah, it
Find
just.
pieces of you.
But I was, like you talking about, just dude, that is your job,
Yeah.
And but
Protecting
it
the
kind
community.
of brought me into the funding issues that we have. That
Well, now
not
they're
having.
flush with cash.
Yeah.
They've got more
Yeah.
federal money.
And like I said, that's been years ago.
I was gonna say,
but
how
like
long ago
I
was
have
that?
never forgot that.
Yeah.
Because
and that brings
was
up
a
the
job.
point that, law enforcement, as difficult of a job as they have, and they're reactionary 90% of the time. They don't really prevent
No.
anything. Your personal
Safety is on
We'll
you.
take
is
care
on
of it
you.
after it happens.
Yeah.
You brought something up about flush with federal money with the interviews we've been doing with the local politicians and the people running for politics. I was struck by how much federal and state influence plays into the decision making of the local politicians.
Oh man, yeah.
Well, and I'll say that too. That blew my mind because, the average citizen just thinks, well, if the road needs fixing, we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
But you don't realize the 10,000
other
steps
things.
that you have to go through to get a pothole
all
fixed.
the approvals
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
departments you've got to go
It's-
through. I mean,
It's
just
not as
bureaucracy.
simple. And well, what's a shame is that should be simple.
It should be very
That
simple.
if something's broke, let's fix it.
Yeah.
We have the money to fix it, let's fix it. But it's not.
And Cody brought up a thing a while back at one of our podcasts about how when emergency management comes in, they've got a protocol, a bureaucracy they want you to follow, and half the time the locals have it taken care of.
yeah.
I feel like every little town, even us included, we just have our own little
Yeah.
set of rules.
And well, you should.
know.
And we should have our own community that people that are not afraid
Because
to
every
get their hands dirty.
community works differently.
Right.
You've got
Yeah.
so and so that we know will step up for this or that.
And the further the decision makers are removed from the issue, from the area, the less efficient it is. I mean, how can DC know what's going on at the Sabine
Okay,
River?
so I watched a video.
Well, they know
the
what's
other day.
going on a fucking island.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
right.
point.
And he explained it very well. This guy actually got canceled about a year ago because he spoke out on a lot of hot topics.
Really?
And he is very educated.
Who was he? Find out later next
Yeah,
podcast.
I'll have to pull him up for you. But people canceled him because his dad is politically involved, and he has connections that a lot of us will only dream about.
Right.
Which I don't feel like he should have got canceled because he was actually speaking up about things. But he came on here, and this was probably his first video in 6 months. But he talks about him getting canceled, and he said, well, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about it and break this down for y'all. That way everyone understands. He said, you have these wealthy people here. They're on top. And then underneath, he's like, when you look at presidents, when you look at politicians, you think, oh man, cream of the crop, y'all have finally made it. He said, that is the furthest thing. He said, you're a puppet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You are a bought and paid puppet.
Yeah.
But like putting it into those terms, because he's like, these people on top pay for you to influence certain decisions. He's like, so when you vote for somebody, they set these people up to sway this certain group of people, and of course the opponent sways the other.
Yeah.
Like, it's all so intricately
I watched.
done.
I watched. Unfortunately, everybody still votes in national elections that think it's going to matter, and it's so. And I told my mom and them, I was like, "Look, it doesn't matter at this point. You're being played like a fiddle."
No, Joe from 1886 just voted too.
Yeah, and it's just,
You're like,
and it's just
whoa.
like, they have this whole paradigm and this whole system rigged to where you think you're getting a choice, but you're not. And the choices that you're given are ultimately both controlled.
Yes, those are puppets for somebody else controlling.
You're still going to get the same outcome. That's why we have what we have with Trump. And I think that's blatantly for all to see, the world to see, that no matter what he ran on, what he did, we've been talking about Iran having nuclear weapons. That's old
Oh
news.
my God!
Before
I watched a 25 video clip of BB.
Yeah,
since like 2000.
No, like 1996.
Yeah, this was so long ago that he
When he had
talked
hair.
about
Yeah.
Iran.
2 weeks away.
We bet you'd have to donate. And I'm like, and it's every year.
That psyop got so old and everybody was done with it until he found a president that was stupid enough to go attack him. And now you can look where we're at.
Or he was given no choice.
He's had a whole string of presidents that were stupid enough.
Yeah, that's true. George W.
He got him to do Iraq. He got him to do.
Do you remember when he was sitting in front of Congress going, I promise you, if you take out Saddam, the region will be stable.
And here we are.
And I don't want people to think that like I'm anti-Trump or I'm anti this or that. And
right.
Because I'm not anti them, I'm anti the system.
Yes.
And the system
exactly.
that
Well, because I feel like we're smart enough to sit at this table and understand he is a puppet too.
Yes, he's getting
do we
played
like
too.
what he's doing? No.
he's compromised asset.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is. He's a
By the way,
compromised asset.
good BB impersonation. Can you have him say 2 weeks to flatten the curve?
Yeah, you're 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Because I swear I feel like that's what they're saying. Only it's Iran.
Yeah, it's the same.
2 weeks to flatten Iran. Yeah.
You're going to have positivity relations across the region.
It's insane. And I'm the same way.
Ellison will make more money than all of us.
I'm not anti anybody.
Me either.
We're anti-stupid decisions.
Yeah, I'm pro people.
Anti-system.
I'm pro America.
Pro America.
Pro capitalism.
We're for the people,
And if
which
you
is
have
what y'all
to-
should have been for.
Yeah, if you have to kill, hurt, maim, or exploit children
We don't
to
stand on
facilitate
that
a
side.
narrative,
Yeah.
we're doing,
I
that's
cannot get behind
insane,
it,
man. That's what I'm
I
saying.
cannot.
These
get
people
behind
have
it.
so much money, they're bored. And, it's like, God, do y'all know what philanthropy used to be?
Pro wood chipper.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's that dude's song.
Like, y'all used to do, wealthy people used to do really good things with their money.
used to.
Except for the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs.
Certain
all of
people.
all of the people who created the Zionist
Yeah.
State of Israel in 1948.
Yeah, and
Or
it's
actually
hijacked
started in
religions
19
here. And
Well, the Wahlbergs make okay music and better burgers.
No, not Wahlbergs, the Warburgs.
Warburg. Hey, I've got a business idea for all of us. I think we could all pitch in and make this happen.
Okay, before you pitch this idea, Mary, do you guys do makeup too?
Yes, we do.
You do? Okay, because I'm looking camera one, pretty shiny.
He's got to be talking about his head.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a better view.
I was looking around for the Easter egg, and I was like, all right, was he talking about me? Did I have a booger on my face? What happened?
I'm going to need a little powder before we do these
There
in
it
the
is.
morning.
We need
There
some
it is.
matte
Powder your nose,
makeup
and
on that.
powder your forehead.
So my business idea,
Yeah, what
All
is
right, all right. Sorry about that. Let's
Forehead
get to the
powder.
business idea.
Pedophile Rehabilitation Center, mobile.
I got that.
So
yeah, I'm behind
we
that
get
already.
like 2
It's the
wood chippers,
PRC.
3 trucks.
Yeah.
We got a roll truck and a counselor in each of the trucks that
We
control
come
the
to
wood
you.
chipper. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think I like that idea, but I think they should get an exclusive package included to where whatever they did to that infant or child or person or girl has to happen to them first. So
I ain't
whatever's
eating
on
nobody, okay?
well, after it's on redacted, unredacted Epstein files, and we go through and we
Gotcha.
figure out, okay, so Bill Gates did this to this little girl and this to that little baby, and he cut his feet here and he drank his blood up from here after torturing him. We're gonna do that first.
And then
Then
put Bill in the
We'll get you in a wood chipper.
reform chipper. I got
Feet first.
Reform.
slow roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Slowest
roll,
feet
man.
first.
Hey, yeah. So I just don't see how people are not concerned about this, and this isn't on everybody's mind.
Iran war.
I was about to say that's
You know,
that
the
great
American-
distraction.
Yeah,
They're going to send your women, your boys and girls to go fight.
It really
What
is.
is
Bad is the people that didn't even look at the Epstein files. Do you realize how much of
man.
the
Most people.
American
I know
public
people
didn't
like I
even-
thought would be like on top, and I'm like,
They're like,
have
oh
you
yeah, I
read any of
heard
this stuff?
about it, but I didn't
I've heard
read
about
it.
Yeah, I've heard about
I'm
it.
like, dude, this is happening. What is wrong with
They're
you?
raping babies, dude.
It blew me away.
They're eating kids.
How many people have not looked at it? I brought up the prostate bill.
Oh, the thing with
So,
Epstein
you know,
having a
and-
prostate after he got it removed in '97.
The guy was asking me, he's like, so you don't believe Epstein is dead, that he hung himself in that jail? I was like, unless he grew a prostate between 96 and his hanging,
Yeah,
it's not the same
happening.
guy.
Not happening.
And the dude just looked at me with a glaze over his face like I was from Mars, like I was
Right.
completely stupid.
I mean,
Well,
that's
but
insane.
the Bible literally tells you that
Our
they
Congresses.
won't. You could tell them. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
tell
it
them
will
the
say
truth,
that in
and
the
they will
Bible,
look
yeah.
at you like
Donald
you're
Trump
insane.
says, the new god of the boomers or whatever, or the MAGA crowd. Not to throw all boomers in here, but the new god of that is like saying it's a hoax. Nothing
Yeah.
to see here. This is all a Democratic hoax.
Oh, I had a boomer
still
tell me,
playing
well, that was
partisan
20
politics.
years ago. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, if
Who
if
raped your child 20 years ago? It's okay. You're going to go play
you're
golf
going to
with
be
him?
all right with it because
Yeah.
it was 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
mean-
People are so dismissive. Like, if
they don't
it
wanna believe
doesn't affect their like inner circle,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what's scary is it can if you allow it. That could
wanna-
be your child next.
Mike
like,
Johnson, if he wasn't compromised, should be here having a huge meeting with all Central Louisiana constituents and be like, hey, look, we've got a really big problem in Washington, D.C. I know y'all have a lot of stuff on the table you want me to do, but we need not to do any of this until we address the problem that's at hand with people being compromised by child rape and eating
Yeah.
children. We need to stop that.
and I just
right?
they'll
Immediately.
they
Unless
won't.
he is part of it.
We are going to have to revolt. I mean, I'm
It's up
not
to us to
about
change it.
being.
You can't depend on anybody.
No,
Nobody's
because,
coming to save you.
I feel like we've said that so many times on here. They won't do it because it'll all crumble because
And that-
everyone, and that's fine. Like
Exactly. I'm
it's totally fine.
Pam Bondi, destroy my system, your system, because mine will be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
My people will be
And
okay.
there's several things that play into this, right? You mentioned their bubble. The American people have the attention span of a goldfish. I mean,
Unfortunately.
it's because the
And we're
news
not
cycle,
being derogatory to anybody that's just listening.
I mean,
No.
my
Yeah.
kids are the
Especially
same way.
fish.
Yeah, my kids are the same way. 5 minutes
My
later,
koi koi.
they're not gonna. But when you
I'm the same way.
when your prison is comfortable, right?
Oh, yeah.
When your air conditioning works, you're
Yes.
well fed and you're well entertained.
Until your gas starts going up.
Yeah. Why are you? And I brought this up the last time. I'm watching the Chicago Exchange, and
See
there
me.
are more and more futures traders that are betting oil's going up to 150. 200,
Oh, yeah.
250,
200.
I'm hearing about
$300
$200, yeah.
contracts opened.
So, man, hey, look, if you guys get a chance, you got to watch Ian Carroll's newest podcast. If you guys don't follow Ian Carroll, you're all gay. But
This is the only podcast I follow.
Gay is okay. But, Ian, you got to cut that out, Cody. I didn't think about what I was saying. He has
Too
this
early in the
guy on here. Yeah, he has this guy on here, and he goes through like imagery and satellite imagery, the amount of infrastructure that has been decimated by Iran is insane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, and
How
you're
we
not,
left this
they're
up-
not
When he's
showing
talking
it.
about if they hit this one plant, oh, and they haven't hit it yet.
Yeah.
If they hit this one plant in Saudi Arabia, we're talking about a 10-year cycle destruction of energy infrastructure that is going to be insane.
Glad I got horses.
Hey,
That's what I told everybody. We're going to be
Yeah.
riding bicycles.
yeah, we're going to be renting horses from Mary
I'm
because
gonna have to start out about 5 a.m. to
Yeah.
get to work.
$200 a barrel
I don't
of
think
oil.
anybody's going to be worried about getting their hair did.
No.
Riding a horse to you.
When oil hits $200 a barrel, depending on where you're at in the country, gas is over $10 a gallon. Some places it'll be $14 a gallon. Some places it'll be $17 a gallon.
It's already 8 in California, bro.
Well, that's
$8.
California.
I know it is, but nobody cares about them. But yeah.
I feel like they've always been on that.
Well, you know the dude
I feel sorry for the
higher end.
people.
Yeah.
You know,
the people, the regulars.
And the fact that you choose to live there, you know what I mean?
Some of them can't get out. Like if you're trapped.
No, that is very true. I watched the little documentary on Skid Row.
You're
That
trapped,
is,
Well,
they,
have y'all been
they
following,
literally can't get enough money to move to get out.
Have
you
y'all
know?
been following what's going on with Corpus Christi?
Yes.
So that town is drying up because
No
they don't
water.
have any water. So
No water.
everybody that can leave, has left, or is leaving.
The data centers now require your
and
drinking water.
They signed a business agreement with a plastics plant in conjunction with Saudi Arabia, and they guaranteed the plastics plant all the water they needed. So the residents are getting throttled. Like some days they only get 20% of their water supply, some days 30%. But
If
the
that
lake-
doesn't cause them to revolt, I don't know what will. We're taking away
That's
your
a shame.
sustenance of
Corpus
life.
Christi was so nice.
I know.
Well, the lake that they got their water
being
from is
facetious.
basically drying up.
Yeah.
So what they are depending on
And
is
South
a
Texas is
hurricane.
drought ridden anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
they just don't get a lot
They are hoping for a hurricane to come in to fill this lake back
because
up.
the government will create that.
Well, yeah.
Well, they better
I'm
talk to
on
Bill
to you.
Gates.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, the government's here to
So
save us.
The business contracts they signed, they basically said, we guarantee you the water. We're not going to worry about the water. We'll deal with that when it comes. We just need the money this
Now.
business is going to bring. So they went ahead and did it, and now Corpus Christi's drying up. So the data centers that are coming here,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean-
Get ready,
Oh,
folks.
I was telling my mom 15 to 20 questions. It goes through a bottle of water.
well, one image,
Yeah.
it's 13 gallons of water.
Typically,
What?
yeah. You know, and when you tell people that, they're like, what does water have to do with?
Yes.
You gotta
And
cool them
you
servers.
have to cool
Dallas.
the servers.
Yeah, Dallas
you
is
know?
going through some stuff.
We're getting one North Louisiana.
And why would you build something you need to keep cool in Louisiana? In a couple of weeks, they're going to turn the broilers on. And we're going to
That's
have
what cracks
days
me
reaching
up.
106.
We've always got this
108.
lake out here. If we can't poison the lake, we can always just suck the water out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
4 minutes, boys and girls.
Right, yep.
4 minutes.
why don't
now
they
I'm going
build
to
a
tell you
warning?
one more thing that's going to make you sick before we get out of here. Years ago, when you're talking about having to keep the servers cool, they built a stack of servers and put them out in the middle of the ocean off of, I think, Hawaii, and directly in the sunlight. Didn't lose a single one.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I'm thinking they need to build these in Canada.
Or Alaska.
Well, they say that's what Greenland's for.
cooler and
Yeah. That
So
would make
apparently
sense.
all
That's
these
what
undersea
Greenland's for.
cables
Yeah,
and telecommunication stuff and fiber all kind of like go through Greenland.
That makes sense.
And then you can also cool with drilling down and getting into the whatever kind of water
Yeah.
there is down there that's super cooled water.
Yeah.
They can use that for that. So Greenland has its own strategic stuff going on that is
Right.
definitely New World Order demonic fulfillment stuff.
They also have a what do they call the end of the world? So they store seeds and species.
I think it's
and-
Norway, isn't it?
Well, there's one in Norway. There's one in Greenland.
so
there's
that we'll
one
have
in-
chances for survival.
Yeah, when we let our elites destroy the world, we'll
When they
at least
unleash
be able
nuclear
to grow
bombs.
corn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what this is reminding me of, and maybe I'll have to bring it up next
Well, they
time.
tell you exactly what they're going to do. in the movies before they do it. Well, this is part of Satan.
The thing is, they're going to lock these vaults, and the person that has the key is going to get vaporized in nuclear war. So, everything in the thing's going to be.
And they're like, "Where's the key?"
2-minute warning.
Well, Tom Cruise will survive.
Ethan Hunt's coming to save us all.
That him and Liam Neeson.
Right. And David Ellison.
Find you.
And Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel.
Oh, yeah, he knows where you are before you know where you are.
Man, that's
just,
scary, man.
just remember, I go missing, send Liam Neeson, okay? All I got to say.
Don't do that. Send my wife. She can find me anywhere.
That's the truth.
You talk about data transfer, tracking, all that kind of stuff.
You don't stand a chance, do you?
Not at all. But it's okay. Man.
Guys. Hey, man, we had fun with this one, huh?
Yeah, that's
We had a
fun.
lot of topics in an
back in
hour.
the swing.
You're going to have to do a lot of editing on my part. I'm sorry. Or you can not. I don't care. People know who I am anyway. So.
They're coming after us anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I just hope we can be honest, and that's what I like about this is that we can be honest with each other, be honest to our viewers, be honest with what's going on, and I just enjoy that because I'm no longer afraid of saying stuff because I'm tired of hiding the fact of all this stuff has been true. I've been talking about it for a long time. Not only do I feel vindicated, but I feel horrible that I have been. That it's now that true to where it's in everybody's face. And if you don't see it by now and don't really take time to stop what you're doing, to just investigate on your own, be a little bit more weary of what your government's telling you because not
questions.
everything is fine.
Or just listen to our podcast.
Just listen to our podcast. So that's
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Send us some
definitely.
questions if y'all want to send some questions in. I would love to answer some questions. I know
You can do that.
PY here would love to do that. So professional yapper.
That's
PY.
right. That's right. Remember, nothing that you hear here is legal, moral, financial, ethical advice. Do your own due diligence, please.
The world is a stage and everything's a lie. What do you got?
But you'll be shocked when you do the research.
That's right. What do you got?
No, I love that this is a platform where it's not you're not hating on nobody.
No,
it
I
is
don't.
just simple laying it out just like you would see it. And I love the way that we do it because it's hard sometimes to talk to the public and bring things to light to the public. And we say things on here that you can research and you can see. We're not full of BS. But I love that, and I'm very excited to continue this with y'all and just keep everybody informed about the world and Leesville.
And we'll definitely start kind of grinding down on some more local stuff. But we threw the dart, and this is where it landed today. So I'm happy that we did.
To talk because we've all been talking about it.
Yeah, I need to get some things off my chest. This is my what do you call that, Cody? Where you go in and you talk to a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call that a waste of money.
Yeah, well, I do it for free here. I love it.
Exactly.
I love you
Cost
guys,
you a
man. And I
dime.
love our community, and I love my country, and I love everybody that's a part of trying to make a revolutionary change for what's moral, right, and good.
Yeah.
Not eating kids and raping children.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that big of an ask.
Shouldn't be that big of an ask.
No,
You would
shouldn't
think
be a
it'd be pretty
question.
simple.
No.
All right, so like and subscribe, share, tell all your friends and family, and find us on all the normal streaming platforms. And you can also find us on Facebook and TikTok and all them other places too. So until the next time, remember the world's in a really crazy place. You never know what people are going through, what kind of challenges they might be facing. So please be kind to everyone you see. The world could use a lot more love.
Much love.
Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photoco is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photoco are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photoco, it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photoco has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photoco on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photoco. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photoco. Bad boy
and skinnies.
Made to order custom burgers with your choice of 4 different types of bread, or get a unburger with no bread. 52 different fresh toppings and 6 cheeses. Even get an egg, bacon, or alligator sausage on top of your custom burger. Locally family owned and operated. Now offering pizzas made to order from all the same toppings from the main menu. Philly cheesesteak custom quarter-pound all-beef hot dogs. And fresh salads made to order. Pair it all up with one of those famous shakes or ice cream. That's Fat Boy and Skinnies in Leesville. Fat Boy
and Skinnies.
It's Carrie Joe, and welcome to the Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on the Truth Serum with Carrie Joe.